Hold up, y'all. Not they gave me 2 for 1. Oh, yeah. That's how we coming. Let me just make this clear because I'm not begging nobody to be in my life. And trust me, with or without you, I'm good. I promise you. The real question is you good without me? Yeah.
We have breaking news coming into our newsroom tonight. An active duty Marine is now charged with murder. The arrest is connected to a woman's body that was found today in the Birdville community. Investigators are now confirming the arrest and the identity of the woman who was found. According to deputies, the woman has been identified as T'shey Bennett. The suspect is 20-year-old Willie Ellington, an active duty Marine who is stationed at NAS Pensacola. I'm going to take a second and show you guys the scene from earlier today that is just on Birdville after police found a body today that was identified as T'shey Bennett in a pond. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office say they were notified that Bennett was missing 4 days ago.
On December 13, 2024, a young mother kissed her 7-year-old son goodnight and walked out the door to earn money for his upcoming birthday. She never came home. T'shey Bennett was 26 years old, a single mother, a business student with dreams bigger than her circumstances. And on that Friday night in Pensacola, Florida, she was doing what she had to do to survive. Her phone was on, fully charged. Her family knew where she was going. A hotel off Davis Highway called the Sweet Dream Inn. The name feels heavy now, doesn't it? Sweet dreams. That's what every mother whispers to her child before bed. But T'shey wouldn't be there to whisper anything the next morning. By Saturday, December 14, something felt wrong. T'shey's phone was off. Not dead, off. Her family called. Her friends texted. Nothing. For a woman who stayed in constant contact, especially with a young son at home, silence wasn't normal. This wasn't like her. When you're a mother, you don't just vanish. You don't go radio silent when your child is waiting. T'shey's loved ones knew this. They felt it in their bones. That terrible knowing that something had gone terribly wrong. They reported her missing immediately. And that's when investigators began piecing together her last known movements. Welcome to Caught in the Web True Crime Stories. Kindly support us by subscribing to this channel and turn the notification icon. The hotel, the meeting, the man she'd agreed to see. His name was Willie Ellington, 20 years old. An active duty Marine stationed at Naval Air Station Pensacola. Clean record, no history of violence. On paper, he looked like just another young service member. But what investigators found on his phone told a different story entirely. Hours before Willie Ellington met T'shey Bennett at that hotel, he was searching the internet, not for directions, not for restaurants. He was typing questions into Google that should make your blood run cold. What does a body look like after 2 days? How many prostitute murders go unsolved? Does someone scream if they're being strangled? Let that sink in for a moment. These weren't curiosity searches. These weren't research for a crime novel. These were calculations, preparations. A 20-year-old man was planning something unthinkable, and he was documenting every step. Within an hour of those searches, Willie Ellington walked into the Navy Exchange and purchased a 3-foot rolling duffel bag. Large enough to carry equipment, large enough to carry a person. Then he went to meet T'shey. For 4 days, T'shey Bennett's family waited, hoped, prayed. Her son was about to turn 8 years old. His birthday was coming. His mother had been working to make it special. On December 18th, in an abandoned neighborhood in Mobile, Alabama, about an hour's drive from Pensacola, someone found a body in a pond. It was T'shey. The investigation moved quickly after that. Willie Ellington was arrested in Opelika, Alabama that same day. The evidence was overwhelming. The phone searches, the duffel bag purchase, the timeline, the location data. He was charged with first-degree murder. During the investigation, authorities also discovered child pornography on his devices, adding another charge to an already horrifying case.
He had Googled things like, what does a dead body look like after 2 days? How many prostitute murders go unsolved? Does someone scream if they're being strangled? Typically, missing persons cases, if you're over 18, you can go where you want to go. You know, you're free to roam. The door was left open. Her car was left in the parking lot. The phones were left in the hotel room. There was a cord, a PlayStation type cord that was found in the room, and the bedding from the bed was missing as well. Obviously, those were concerning to us. Intelligence people were able to figure out what the make, model, get the tag number, tracked all that information, and found out that our suspect actually had rented that car. And that car was in that parking lot, and the suspect we determined was in that parking lot as well.
A 20-year-old Marine, trusted to serve his country, trained in discipline and honor, had methodically planned and executed the murder of a young mother trying to provide for her child. T'shey Bennett wasn't just a statistic. She wasn't just an escort working that night. She was a woman with ambitions. She was enrolled in college, pursuing a business degree. She had appeared on a reality show called Scrippa Boot Camp, trying to build something for herself in an industry most people prefer to ignore. But more than anything, she was a mother. Her son turned 8 years old just days after her body was found. Imagine that birthday. Imagine being 7 years old, waiting for your mom to come home, and instead learning she never will. Do you ever think about the lives we don't see? The women working in shadows, doing what they must to survive, to feed their children, to chase their dreams despite impossible odds? T'shey was living in that reality, and she met someone who saw her not as a human being, but as disposable. Here's what haunts me about this case. Willie Ellington didn't act on impulse. He didn't lose control in a moment of rage. He planned this. He researched. He prepared. Which means at any point before he met T'shey, he could have stopped. He could have deleted those searches, returned that duffel bag, canceled the meeting, chosen differently, but he didn't. And that raises uncomfortable questions we need to sit with. How does a 20-year-old, barely an adult himself, arrive at a place where he can coldly plan the murder of another human being? What happens in a person's mind that makes them capable of that level of cruelty? Was it the way he'd been taught to view women in her profession? Was it something deeper, darker, broken inside him long before that December night? We may never fully know. But what we do know is this. T'shey Bennett deserved to go home that night. She deserved to see her son turn 8. She deserved to finish her degree, to build her business, to have a future. Willie Ellington took all of that from her, not because he had to, but because he chose to. T'shey's case is still moving through the legal system. Willie Ellington faces first-degree murder charges and the possibility of life in prison. But no verdict will bring T'shey back. No sentence will give her son his mother. No justice will undo what happened in that hotel room on December 13th. What we can do is remember her, not as a victim, not as a statistic, but as a person, a mother, a student, a woman trying to survive in a world that didn't protect her. And maybe we can ask ourselves, how many other women are out there right now doing dangerous work because they have no other choice? How many are meeting strangers, hoping they'll be safe, trusting that this time will be different? T'shey trusted the wrong person, and it cost her everything. If this story affected you, take a moment to leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to Caught in the Web Crime Stories. These stories matter. These lives matter. Thank you for watching.